Hi, I'm Melanie Marcus and welcome to Miss Nutritious Eats. Today we're talking about what I ate this week in quarantine. I'm a wife, a mom, and a registered dietitian. And thankfully my symptoms have generally been mild. But since I'm not able to prepare my own food, go food shopping, cook for my family, I'm at the mercy of what I have in the house and what my husband prepares for me. So this has been therapeutic for me to kind of stay involved with what I eat and maybe impart some knowledge and help someone else along the way. With COVID, the most common symptoms are fever, cough, shortness of breath, along with fatigue, loss of appetite, that kind of thing. You can hear I'm still kind of short of breath. Pretty much, I experienced all of these symptoms and it reflected in my appetite, especially on Monday, which I didn't post in this video. With infections, typically, the body uses energy to mount an immune response, and most often you know this is happening because you have a fever. And in this scenario, it's important to both eat and drink regardless of how hungry or thirsty you are, because your body needs these nutrients to fight the virus. So in researching, I found a really great handout from Aspen regarding nutrition during COVID when you're recovering at home. A couple things to consider. Number one, fluid, at least 3 liters a day. Calories should be between 2,000 and 2,500, and then protein 75 to 100 grams a day. These are general recommendations for the general population, so you should discuss these with your doctor or dietitian before implementing them on your own. Specifically, let's talk about fluids. It's hard when you're not feeling well to consume things that you just don't have a taste for, even if it's just 2 to 3 ounces every 15 minutes. Aim for clear liquids, and bonus for you if they have protein or electrolytes or meaningful calories. So think sports drinks or chicken broth or bone broth. Bone broth is excellent because it has protein and electrolytes and obviously hydration. I am not talking about drinking a can of soda. Overall, it's recommended to eat frequently, every 2 to 3 hours as well, even when you're not hungry. Don't overwhelm yourself with large meals. If you have an appetite, go for it. Maintain your usual kind of cadence. That's what I did. For protein, aimed for 10 to 14 ounces to hit that goal from sources including nuts, beans, legumes, meat, poultry. Overall, you're looking to include nutrient-dense foods as much as possible based on availability and what you have. Plants, fruits and vegetables, whole grains, things that are unprocessed and don't come in a box. Typically, they have way more volume than foods that are processed. So just think about 200 calories of a spinach salad or carrots compared to 200 calories of a Twix bar, which might just be a couple of bites. Day 2 started with 2 low-carb turkey wraps. They were 50 calories each that had turkey breast, tomato, and lettuce inside with 2 clementines and pickles. It was delicious. The turkey I actually had cut up on Sunday from Costco. It was 1 large breast that I just sliced so that we would have for lunches and dinners and snacks during the week. Around 3 o'clock, I was hungry and asked Andy to make me a bowl of oatmeal with some almond milk and a bunch of berries. This is what I got. It was perfect. If I, in retrospect, could add one thing, it would be a scoop of peanut butter to just round it out and give it some fat and protein. In the afternoon, I had a really big glass of green tea to help with hydration and just kind of change it up from water. I have a hard time drinking enough water, so this was a welcome change for me. Green tea is also a really great source of EGCG, which is a powerful antioxidant, and researchers have recently looked into it for its protective benefits when it comes to COVID. For dinner, Andy was making tacos, so I asked him to microwave me some sweet potatoes instead of
the low carb wraps again. And this worked out really well. It was a lot of food, but I ate mostly the sweet potato and the ground turkey. I did eat the avocado and the salsa, and of course some of the cheese. I did send a lot of this back, but it was really good.
Studies have shown that low vitamin D levels prior to getting COVID have been related to poor outcomes. I tried to get outside and go for a walk each day, but since it's winter, I took the supplement to just kind of help and reinforce my diet. Another supplement I took was zinc. Research suggests that combining zinc and vitamin C can really help limit the duration and severity of cold symptoms. Another study from 2021 actually found it was effective in preventing and potentially lessening the deadly symptoms of COVID. So it's definitely one to consider. Also about including natural forms of these nutrients as well. So food sources of zinc in particular include oysters, beef, pork, pumpkin seeds, chickpeas. There are really a lot of foods that it can be found in.
So going on day 3, I woke up starving. It was 3:30. I thought it was like just a temporary kind of check the time and go back to bed, but I was up. So I went downstairs around 4:30 and got some boiled eggs out of the fridge and cut myself a piece of banana bread to kind of just hold me over. Once everyone left the house, I went for a walk and then I had lunch around 11:30, 12. Andy set me up with a whole bunch of waters and this coconut juice. Usually I don't drink beverages with calories, but coconut water is very hydrating. This one did have a source of added sugar, but I did opt to drink it anyway because I wasn't drinking enough other fluids. One brand that I really like is called Zico, and it has very few calories, one ingredient, coconut water, and nothing else is added. Afternoon snack was a couple of clementines and a handful of mixed nuts. Dinner was a combo of things that we had left over in the fridge and freezer. We had a rotisserie chicken, so there's a combination of white and dark meat here, some frozen veggies. I bet the kids were having mac and cheese for dinner. That's why there was some on my plate, with a couple of pierogi that I had made with my mom last time she was visiting. I think those were just like the last few in the freezer. So next time she's down, we'll have to make some more. And I had asked for a cup of tea, and Andy added a slice of banana bread along with my supplements. Here, I had to prepare my own food. Andy went to work, so I was left to my own devices. I microwaved 2 cups of frozen spinach. I added leftover brown rice pasta, leftover chickpeas, and I fried up 2 eggs quickly, and I got myself out of the kitchen. I also grabbed another little bowl of nuts and 2 clementines on my way out, so I didn't have to go back in. And then later that night when Andy got home, he made some open-faced turkey sandwiches on Dave's Killer Bread. I got some tomato sliced on top, some really tasty pickles, avocado, and then a little side salad. It was a really well-balanced meal, lots of veggies and antioxidants.
Along the way, Andy added melatonin supplement to my tray, which has been associated with a better transition to sleep, as well as more consistent and quality rest, which I really needed. I had been complaining the first couple of nights of waking up and being really restless and not being able to sleep through the night. So once that was added, I found I was able to sleep through the night, and it really helped.
Day 5 started with morning coffee, and then around noon, I had 3 ounces of the barely breaded chicken nuggets from Costco, and I added a chicken patty. The Mediterranean chicken patties from Aldi are my absolute favorite. I put those in the air fryer with some sweet potato fries, made a side salad, and then just grabbed an applesauce and then some nuts and a date. On my way upstairs from out of the kitchen, I just wanted everything to cook at once and stay out of the kitchen as much as possible. And Andy took the night off, so I got soup and a salad from Chick-fil-A, only eating half of both.
If you like this video, please leave me a comment below with your thoughts and let me know what kind of recipe, ingredient, or video you'd like to see next. And as always, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and ring the bell.